What kind of secret cooking tricks are hidden in the jelly-like tender bighead carp?
Get some sweet potato powder on it.
Sweet potato starch? What kind of magical skill can get meat from the tough bullhorn? It's really hard inside. What magical fuel can grant roasted goose the lychee flavor? Shall I just put it in? Delicacy hunter is on the way. Throughout history, human beings have always been smart and passionate with finding and using ingredients. The crafting skills were well kept and passed down to this generation. Behind all the flavors hides the charm of history, the cultural expression, and the warmth of human connections. As a delicacy hunter, I've been searching for intangible cultural heritage delicacies with the most distinctive local features and their secret cooking tricks. In Shangxi, people from Dongguan district can cook the bighead carp to an extent that the meat can be sucked. What kind of ultimate cooking skill is used on Tai'an fish? It's really tender. Like tofu. In Zhejiang, how do people from Yiwu make the intangible cultural heritage dish, Shangxi beef offal? The meat is put in there with face hair on. In Guangdong province, people from Dongguan use lychee wood to make roasted goose. What kind of roasting trick is there? Our geese are roasted with lychee wood.
Yes, lychee wood can improve the flavor.
Traditional techniques, rich and profound, have a long history. A journey to explore heritage cuisines is about to begin. Chongqing Municipality is a city where dining tables are never empty. Amid heavy oil and spicy bases, it boasts a variety of tastes. Dongnan District lies in the northwest of Chongqing, with Fujiang River and Cheongjiang River flowing through. This makes fish a primary local ingredient. It's said there's an efficient fishing method here, capturing dozens of kilograms of fish in minutes. Mr. Feng, heading out to fish?
Yes.
Can I help with anything?
Help me throw some feed to lure the fish here and catch them.
Do I throw it here?
Yes.
Should I press this button? Okay, starting now. This must be the simplest fishing method I've tried. The feeding machine attracts fish, and then they're caught in one net. The process takes less than 5 minutes. What kinds of fish are here?
Big head fish. Yes.
Oh, you mean bighead carp, the fattest one?
Yes, our most famous dish, Tai'an fish, is made with bighead carp.
Tai'an fish, a dish named after Tai'an town.
Tai'an fish from the Tai'an town.
Tai'an fish is a signature local delicacy. It's said the fish meat is so tender that it can be sucked up. The cooking technique for Tai'an fish is listed as a municipal-level intangible cultural heritage in Chongqing. Zheng Changchun is a master of this dish. I will visit him and check out cooking secrets of this dish. Its head is tough.
Yes, the head is quite hard.
It needs to be split in half.
Next, we scrape off the black membrane. Because of the strong fishy smell, it's strong.
So, with the membrane, the dish would be fishy. So getting rid of the membrane is key, right?
Exactly.
The membrane in the fish's belly protects its internal organs. But because it has a heavy odor, it must be removed completely before cooking. The fish is then cut into pieces that are 2 centimeters wide to make it easier to eat. But how can the fish become so tender that it can be sucked up?
We coat the fish in sweet potato starch.
Sweet potato starch. Why not use other kinds like cornstarch or potato starch?
Sweet potato starch has stronger stickiness. It locks moisture. making the texture silky and tender. Smooth, sort of.
Sweet potato starch is a staple in Sichuan and Chongqing cuisine. Its strong water absorption creates a smooth exterior and enhances tenderness. It can also be used independently. Noodles and sheets made from sweet potato are called shaofen or caopi. Stir-fried with chili, they become a home-style favorite. Besides that, grilled sweet potato sheets have recently become a hit across China, offering a perfect blend of elasticity and softness. You won't regret tasting it. How will Mr. Zheng enhance the fish's tenderness? With sweet potato starch? Evenly sprinkle starch?
Yes.
Then I do this.
Blend it.
While doing that, I need to watch out for bones and spikes.
Yes.
I can't press too hard. The starch evenly coats the fish, acting as a buffer between hot oil and meat. Zheng explains that frying helps the starch and fish bond tightly together, setting the shape. However, the fish must not be fully cooked. Keeping it at half done ensures the final dish is tender enough to be sucked up. I can see all these ingredients before me. They must be local specialties, right? These are pickles.
Yes.
This must be the soul of this dish, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's it. First, we add
Bean paste.
the color changes immediately, doesn't it?
Next, add.
Pickles and dried chilies.
If you like it spicier, just add more.
The addition of Sichuan pepper brings a numbing sensation to the base. Boil in water and add the fish. The sweet potato starch coating on the fish acts like a sponge, soaking up the broth and infusing flavor into the meat. After simmering for 10 minutes, the bright red broth thickens, and Tai'an fish is complete. It's true, just a gentle suck, and the meat comes right off. It's really tender, like tofu. The sweet potato starch coating on the outside not only enhances tenderness, but also adds a silky texture. It's both smooth and soft. The starch absorbs the rich, spicy broth, while the fish inside remains perfectly tender to suck and eat. Zheng spent half his life perfecting the technique to make fish this tender. His efforts have turned Tai'an fish into a symbol of Chongqing's heritage cuisine, showcasing the unique food culture of locals. In the mountainous Dongguan City of Yiwu, locals have their own beloved heritage dish. It's said they use an entire cow to make a single bowl of beef offal soup. What kind of beefy flavor awaits? Mr. He, where are we heading?
To choose beef.
For beef?
For beef offal soup. People in Shangxi have always loved beef offal soup.
Beef offal soup?
Yes.
Okay, Shangxi town, the western gateway to Yiwu, was a bustling cattle slaughterhouse in the 1950s. Fresh beef was transported from here, but leftover offal was often discarded. Locals found a way to use the offal, creating the now famous Shangxi beef offal soup. This dish has been recognized as an intangible cultural heritage item in Yiwu. Ha Yuani, a local expert in offal preparation, will reveal the secrets behind this heritage dish. What kind of cattle do you usually choose?
Water buffalo. We check the teeth.
For teeth mean, the buffalo is in its prime adulthood.
So, that's the best age.
If the skin is thin, you can grab it like this.
Does that mean it's better?
Thinner skin means more meat.
This one's skin isn't too thick. I saw you. Yes, the skin is thin, that means there's more meat, right? That's some sturdy meat, according to Ha. A 3-year-old water buffalo is ideal for Shangxi beef offal soup. Its meat is firm, and it has more than twice the offal of yellow cattle. But why do you need An entire cow for offal soup. What secrets does Shangxi's beef offal hold?
Mr. Liu, hello. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hi, thank you in advance for today.
Is everything prepared?
Yes, all the equipment is ready in the back, let me show you.
All right. Come on. This pot is massive.
We got a big buffalo.
People here love it.
Yes, we all grew up eating beef offal soup, because cattle symbolize strength. It's a tradition here to serve beef offal soup during festivals and family gatherings.
Standing before a massive wooden barrel, about a meter wide and tall, I immediately sense that making Shangxi beef offal soup is no simple task. A 300-pound giant has been carved into chunks, and the large bones are first to enter the pot, laying the foundation for the soup stock. Over here, Ha has readied his tools. Even the cutting board and knife exude a bold and rugged vibe, signaling that serious work lies ahead. Which part do we start with?
The tail.
There are 2 large bones. How do we handle them?
Chop them down with a knife.
This is for chopping bones, right? It's hard to hold it up.
Yes.
That makes it suitable for the tough job, right? Let's get started.
All right.
Let's get started.
All right. Help me to cut it.
What should I do?
Take
So,
it here.
how does it work? Strike down, yes.
Yes. Hit it. Hit it here.
Toward curved part in the middle.
Yes. Harder.
The tailbones are dense, and they must be cracked open to allow the marrow's essence to infuse the soup. Mr. Ha and I took turns. After much effort, we finally split the massive bones. Who would have thought that at this early stage, the task had already tested my limits? Could there be more challenges await? A huge chunk of hind leg meat.
Yes.
The tail has already cost so much effort. How difficult would this be?
It's actually easier.
Really? Should I just get it? It's not budging. How much does that weigh?
About 25 kilograms.
Let me try again. No, help me.
All right.
Hus easier isn't as simple as it sounds. I can barely lift the meat. Strength is clearly a must for this dish.
Stew the tendon meat and stir-fry the other.
Why?
Tendon meat is tight, perfect for stewing. These parts are loose.
So they are better for stir-frying. Where do we start?
This part first.
Cut it down. Ha works swiftly, disassembling the beef into precise sections with bold knife skills and smooth movements. Master, I realize that you're not just cutting randomly, right?
Yes.
You are actually looking for the fascia contacting location to avoid damaging the fascia.
Correct.
That's impressive. It's hard to find the right spots and separate everything cleanly, am I right?
Yes.
Hind leg meat is lean and nutrient-rich, packed with amino acids to fuel the human body. Lean meat pieces are finely chopped, stir-fried with oil until browned, then blended with broad bean paste for flavor. Weren't we making beef offal? Why cook beef? Ha explains that this serves as a dipping sauce for the offal. If the dip smells this amazing, I can only imagine how bold and rich the beef offal itself must taste. Just as I was getting ready to toss the meat into the large barrel, I was completely stunned by what I saw inside. The meat is put in there with face hair on.
Yes, cleaned and added.
Is it?
If the hairs are removed, the meat shrinks and looks unappetizing.
It shrinks.
Yes, keeping the hair preserves its original texture and appearance.
This way, the nice flavor will come from the bones, right?
Yes.
So, the head and other bones are all in there, right?
Yes.
Ha said that the essence of the head is the key to Shangxi beef offal soup. The massive beef bones had already been simmering for an hour. But to unveil the secrets of the beef head, it would take another 2 hours. The beef bones and meat are gradually added to the pot, and the major ingredients, internal organs, take the stage.
Here comes the tripe.
It's enormous.
That's right. Yes, it's almost twice the normal size. That's the intestine.
Wow,
And this is the lung.
that's massive.
Yes,
In this massive pot, you have beef bones, meat, offal, and a large beef head. The essence of an entire buffalo. Ha emphasized that the broth is the soul of the dish. Extract the essence of the beef bones first, then add the beef and offal to the simmering broth. This method enhances the richness of the broth while infusing the meat and offal with flavor. Even the beef blood has a role. A pinch of salt in warm water prevents the blood from sticking to the pot. Beef blood, an alkaline food, rich in iron, not only replenishes iron levels but also neutralizes excess acidity in the body. Its smooth texture is a delight to eat. As a delicacy hunter, the most exciting moment has arrived. The secret of the buffalo's head is about to be revealed. Man, I saw the horn sticking out from a distance.
buffalo head meat is the best.
Buffalo head.
Yes,
Why?
because it eats rice straw. It's always chewing, so the meat is very tender and fresh.
Fresh meat.
Yes, take the horn off.
The horn? Can I try? I think it would be fun.
Try it.
It's so hard inside.
Yes,
Just like this. Okay.
right.
Okay, what now?
Then, pull it out. Pull it out, yes.
Pull it out? That's it?
That's it.
It's like wearing a hat. Is it edible?
Why do we cook it in this way? It's to prevent the meat from falling off. It would disappear.
I can just eat it, right? That's true.
It's chewy.
When you try to split it, you can sense that it has a lot of elasticity, like that texture. Yes, just as I imagined. It's like collagen.
Yes,
It's really amazing. I didn't know there was such a delicious thing inside. Most people don't know about it.
no, they don't.
Wow. Who would have thought that you'd find such pure collagen inside the buffalo horn? What happened next was like opening up a treasure box for me. The amazing delicacies just kept coming. There's so much delicious food here.
All collagen.
It's delicious. You are right.
It's really elastic.
There's meat and collagen, right?
Yes,
There's a whole layer there. Gently disassemble the head. The thick collagen has great elasticity. The juice inside the meat bursts out. So meaty.
it's the best part.
It looks especially tender.
Tasty.
The meat splits along fibers.
Really nice.
It's the original flavor without seasoning, and it's already tasty. It all comes from the beef.
Original.
That's true. Beef head meat brings a lot of surprises, revealing more and more with every layer. Ha tells me that locals not only eat common parts like the stomach, liver, and other organs, but the buffalo's nose, eyes, and head meat are also food ingredients. Even the tendons from the hooves can be split and made into a dish. This is called sanding in the local dialect, so it seems that people here eat the entire buffalo. But the aroma of the beef didn't just attract me. Did you smell it? Come, here. Try this. Try it. Is it good?
Yes.
Right? You've been waiting long, right? Food will be served soon. One family makes the soup, and the whole village enjoys, Ha says. That in the past, when life was hard, people could only eat a beef feast like this during the spring festival. The happiest thing was when a family made beef soup and everyone could share a bowl. Now, you can eat beef anytime, and people are becoming more choosy. So the people of Shangxi want to make their traditional offal soup even richer and more exquisite. Here comes the dish. Here, the dish is here.
Come on.
Let's check how we did this time. Taste it.
Come on, try it.
Let's taste it.
It's not bad at all.
It's stewed well.
Very well, the flavor is just right.
It's easy to chew. I see you've dipped it in sauce.
It tastes good this way.
Yes, it's really delicious.
Good job.
Eat more.
Thank you.
You've done so much, thank you.
Thank you for the work you've done. It's delicious.
From head to tail, from inside to outside, the offal soup of the Yiwu people not only has rich flavors, but also the taste memories passed down through generations.
It's delicious.
In the mountains of Dongguan, Guangdong, there is also a famous intangible cultural heritage delicacy. It's the hometown flavor that locals can't forget. This delicacy is said to have a special preparation and taste. What could it be? Dongguan people have a saying, a banquet is not complete without goose. The lychee wood roasted goose craftsmanship has been selected as an intangible cultural heritage of Dongguan City. This roasted goose not only hides its fragrance inside, but also requires a special roasting tool to cook. When lychee wood meets the black-feathered goose, what unique taste can they create?
My name is Yin Chuhong. From the Dasha village of Dalingshan town. I've loved lychee since I was a child. I used to climb trees to pick and eat them. When lychees ripen, every family goes out to pick their own. The whole village is covered in red.
The lychee harvest season in Dongguan runs from June to July. Living in the country of lychee, Yin has a deeper connection to lychees. To preserve the sweet flavor of lychees, the locals often can or freeze the lychees. Additionally, Dongguan people find ways to enjoy them, like in a dish called sweet and sour lychee pork. Golden, crispy meatballs jump into a sweet and sour sauce, and the white, translucent lychees dance with them. Dongguan people use lychees instead of pineapples, creating a unique local flavor, expressing their sweet love for lychees. Yin tells me, after the lychee harvest, they trim the branches to ensure next year's harvest. The trimmed lychee wood will be used for roasting goose instead of being wasted. Lychee wood is ready, and now it's time to pick the goose.
It's all here, every kind.
I can already smell it.
Yes.
Let's go. Yin, this market is quite large.
The locals call it Free Birds Market. Duck section there and geese section here.
Which way are we going today?
Right here. I'm going to pick one from here.
Dongguan's Three Birds Market is the largest market for chicken, duck, and goose, where all kinds of poultry are sold. What kind of goose will Yin choose? It's very lively here.
Yes.
Standing here feels like we are the tallest, right? I know Guangdong people love to eat geese.
Yes.
What breed will we use?
The black-feathered goose.
This kind of goose has dark gray feathers from its neck to its back. Hence the name. Yin tells me that the black-feathered goose has small bones, tender meat, and a fresh taste which is perfect for roasting. So, what standard does he use to pick a goose? How large should the goose be?
Ideally 4.25 to 4.5 kilograms, about 80 days old.
How can we know if it's 80 days old?
By checking the feathers. The wing tube should be transparent here, the part that is wide and transparent.
This part is transparent.
Yes.
So, if the tube is transparent, then it's around 80 days old.
Yes, if it's quite close to crystal, more than this one, then the goose would be 100 days old, which is too old. Then, we check the goose's feet. The lines should be clear and distinct. The
You
lines
can
are
tell
clear.
the
Yes.
colors apart.
The young ones won't have that.
They don't have patterns like that, right? Roasting goose is the soul of Cantonese cuisine, and the cooking method varies by region. Yin says, roasting with lychee wood is the traditional method from Dalingshan. So, how is this flavor created? What's the first step?
The first step is to add the seasoning. The seasoning should be stuffed into the goose's belly.
Why add seasoning inside?
To make it flavorful, that's why.
Stuffing the goose with seasoning is the traditional Guangdong method. Yin is using the method of Dalingshan. Spices like cinnamon and dried tangerine peel are fried and crushed into powder, mixed with other ingredients to remove odor and enhance flavor. It's then stuffed into the goose's belly, and the opening is sealed with a goose needle. Ian tells me this is the internal treatment. Now, we move on to the external treatment.
Pour it slowly.
I need to get the whole goose, right?
Yes, cover it completely.
This ensures the skin gets crispy.
Yes, and an even color.
Oh, the color, too. A special mixture of white vinegar, red vinegar, and maltose is Yin's secret to creating crispy skin. The vinegar is volatile. It helps remove moisture from the skin during drying, tightening it. When roasted, the heat makes the sugar from the mixture caramelize, giving the skin a reddish-brown color, with a slight caramel aroma. After pouring the crispy water, the goose dries for 2 hours. The drier the skin, the crispier the roasted goose. While the goose is drying, he begins preparing the internal organs.
Locals love the texture of goose gizzards. There's a crispy texture to it.
The gizzards are firm, and when you cut them, you can hear them shattering. The crispy gizzards, paired with vibrant broccoli, create a unique flavor from Dalingshan. By now, the goose skin has dried, and let's see how to roast it with lychee wood. Our geese are roasted with lychee wood.
Yes, lychee wood can improve the flavor.
More tasty, right? The wood is hard and burns steadily. The plant doesn't create resin and produces no smoke. Shall I just put it in? With fire of burning lychee wood, not only does the goose absorb the lychee fragrance, but the skin also becomes shiny and oily. With the lychee wood, the roasted goose has a unique flavor. When roasting, the goose takes in the smell of the lychee wood. Besides the wood, the furnace is also seen in every household of Dalingshan as an outstanding rural cookware. The goose rotates evenly in the oven. Its color slowly becomes brownish red. In 45 minutes, the roasted goose is fresh out of the oven with the fragrance of lychee wood. The juice inside the goose is used as a dipping sauce, further enhancing the flavor. The goose is chopped into about 2 centimeter pieces, and when you bite down, the juice fills your mouth. It's not greasy or dry, just crispy skin and tender meat. The skin is still crispy, especially when paired with the dipping sauce. It feels perfectly balanced.
When you bite into it, the juice comes out.
Yes, it's juicy. Lychee wood roasted goose, with its light lychee fragrance, lingers on the lips of Dalingshan people. And the taste sticks. Zheng Changchun, with his superb skills, makes the big head carp tender like tofu, turning Tai'an fish into a unique intangible cultural heritage dish of Chongqing. Yuani uses the essence of a whole buffalo to make Shangxi beef offal soup. This flavor mixes emotions like time, memories, and hometown feelings, and will continue to be passed down from the past to the future. Yin Chuhong's lychee wood roast goose not only contains the unique flavor of his hometown's lychee wood, but also the local wisdom of using every part of the goose. Every classic flavor in intangible cultural heritage food is passed down through history, made by the hands of skilled artisans, with passion, so the deliciousness stays alive on today's dining tables.